Hello, and today I'm going to be talking you and showing you through Kahoot. So Kahoot is a fun assessment tool that not only teachers can use, but students can use as well. Alright, so Kahoot allows you to create quizzes, discussions, and survey questions that students can engage with on their mobile devices. Okay, I'm going to show you what is the most commonly used feature of Kahoot, the quiz creator. Alright, so I'm going to log into Kahoot. You can set up a free Kahoot account. You don't need to pay for this. As like I always say, with teachers, if it's free, it's for me. Alright, so now that I'm signed in, so I'm signed into my Kahoot account. There's a couple different ways you can actually launch a Kahoot. You can actually find a Kahoot and do a search for a Kahoot game that someone has already created, or you can make one yourself from scratch. So I'm going to show you how to make one from scratch. So to make a new Kahoot, there's a little purple button up here that says New K, that's New Kahoot. If you click that, you're taken to the Create a New Kahoot sort of dashboard screen here. So you can make a quiz, jumble, which is a new type of game. You can do survey or discussion. So I'm going to go ahead and do a quiz, show you how to make a quiz. So once you click on quiz, it may take a second to load. So now you were in the description or opening part of the activity. So I'm going to call this my demo quiz. Okay. Alright, so demo quiz. So you can make this to where it's viewed by everyone, so anybody can access this, or you can make it only accessible to you. Okay, and then the audience, you can set it wherever you want to do it, so you can set it to your school. And then if you wanted to put a YouTube video, like play an introductory video or play a 3 or 4 minute video and then have quiz questions afterwards, you can do that by pasting the link to the YouTube video there, down here at the bottom. And then also you can actually add like a cover image to your quiz. Alright, so once you've added all the information that you wanted to on this screen, once you hit OK Go, okay, if you don't add an image, it will tell you to add an image. It'll make it your Kahoot stand out, but you can do this later. Alright, so now I'm in the question creator part. So now if I click add question, so I could do all apples are red would be like my question. So this is going to be set up as a true false. So true, false. Alright, and then this one's going to be false because not all apples are red. You can set a predetermined set time limit for the question, so you can have everyone answer within 30 seconds, 20 seconds, all the way down to 5 seconds, or as long as 120 seconds or 2 minutes. You can have the questions award points, so the faster the students answer, the more points they would receive. That is correctly. And then, of course, you can add more images and then put a video on the YouTube video to the question as well. All right, and then be sure that you select the correct answer. Okay, so that you select the check mark next to the correct answer, so that way when the students answer the questions, it will show the number of total students that answered it correctly and that it's giving the proper feedback. Okay, so once you've made your question, you can hit next. So now the question that I've just created is right here and loaded in here, and I can go back and edit this if I wanted to, and I could also go back and change my description portion of this as well. So once you're finished making your quiz, you can hit save. And now once you've saved and published it, it's going to ask you want to edit it, preview it, play it, share it. You can actually just hit play it as soon as you finished. Okay, and then in order for your students to access this, all they have to do is go on to kahoot.it on their mobile devices, or they can actually access this in a web browser as well. The kahoot.com is where you can actually go and create the quizzes themselves. So you can actually do this in two ways. So if every student has a device, do a one-to-one, or if you're going to do it in teams, you can do it launch it in team mode. And then you can actually have additional game options here, and you can actually do things such as randomizing the questions, randomizing the answers, so that each answer is going to show up in a different location, or so students are memorizing where answers are on the questions. And then once you've finished and you wanted to launch, so if I wanted to do one-to-one, I'd hit classic. I could launch this as a full screen. Now it's going to launch me into the game like hub screen, and now all players to the game would go to kahoot.it in their browser, whether it be on a mobile device or on a web browser, and type in this pin, and then their names would pop up on this screen right here. Then you would hit start, and then you go through the Kahoot. All right, so that's how you kind of make and then set up a Kahoot game. But going back into and just thinking about Kahoot, Kahoot is a great tool for teachers that you could use in your classroom. So because we hate testing or assessing our students, it's probably one of the least favorite things that we like to do. So using something like Kahoot makes assessing students something that we have to do a lot easier and a little bit more fun, a little more engaging. And it makes it not such a cumbersome process. Okay, so teachers can also, at the end of the Kahoot game, you can actually export the results. So each student that joined, you could export the results, their answers, to a spreadsheet, and then you could keep that as data. So not only are these games fun, but you could also have data to justify whether your students have or have not learned a specific subject or topic. So that's the basis of building a Kahoot, launching a Kahoot, and then how Kahoot itself can be a useful tool in the classroom.